Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Hanging with Janky. It's October now, friends, which means that it's the perfect time. Ooh, tea. It's the perfect time to whip out all those costumes you've been saving up over the course of the year and just pull them out for your YouTube videos. Or at least that's what I think, which is why I'm currently dressed as the Fourth Doctor. Now I know what you're asking yourselves. You're asking yourselves, Janky, you have a scarf hanging in the background. How is it that you also have a scarf around your neck? Well, friends, that's because I have two. This was my original attempt at the Fourth Doctor scarf, which, as you can see, is quite voluminous in nature, and there's a lot of it. And it's warm and fuzzy, and it's like a furnace around my neck. It's great. Anyway, I'm just glad to be here and having a fun time with fun Halloween-y stuff. It's great. It's awesome. So let's get into it, friends. Okay, first up for channel talk, we have what got up this past week. So here's what's gotten up on the channels. We got Undertale Part 10! Yay! We just kind of progressed through a couple more challenges in that one. Not a ton happened, but we also got to meet some fun little side characters and do some stuff. We tried to talk to Undyne, she refused. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. But it was fun. It was fun. And next time, we'll just be making our way to Asgore Dreamer's house. Making our way down through the underground. That doesn't work in that song at all. Never mind. Then, on Wednesday, we got up Golf with Your Friends, Part 3. This is the part where we were playing in Twilight Woods. It was me and my friend Noah from SFEN. It was a good old time. We were having fun. The game glitched out on us a couple times, but that's fun. I don't even remember what all we talked about. Doctor Who. I remember we talked about Doctor Who a lot. It was a grand old time. So if you get a chance, you can listen to our witty, non-stop banter. We literally didn't stop talking that entire time. Then we had The Witcher Part 10, where we start doing the side quests of Vizima, and oh my god, I was trying so hard to get just one side quest done. There's so many. There's so many. The biggest problem was that I was getting the side quests, done, but I couldn't find the people to turn them into because they're only there at a certain time of day or they went off to do other things. So it's just like, I want to turn these things in, but I can't because the people aren't there. Then we had Demo Day Curse, where I played the first demo horror game of the season. Indeed. Basically, you're a paranormal investigator who goes to a haunted house, and it turns out that other paranormal investigators had already been there, and they died horribly. They also used a Ouija board, which I don't recommend to anyone in a haunted house, ever. That's just the dumbest thing. They literally made every tropey haunted house mistake you possibly could. It was bad. This one had the added fun of me dressing up as Jacksepticeye and parodying his Let's Play style, which I will be doing all this month with the demo days. This one was particularly fun though, because I also have a fondness for stoker caps, and I had a lot of green yarn sitting around, obviously. So, yeah, I had a grand old time, and I'm excited for more of that in the future. Then we had Fimble Famble Saucebox Luke Cage. Luke Cage is great. Everything's great, the music's great, the acting's great, everything's great. If you'd like to hear opinions that aren't just great, you can totally check them out on Fimble Famble Saucebox. And that's all I got up this week, so let's move on to what's coming up on the channel. Obviously, we have Undertale 11 and The Witcher Part 11. Also, another horror game on Demo Day. I won't reveal which YouTuber I'm parodying this week, but I am excited. I'm excited. Also, I have no idea what I'm doing on Fimble Famble Saucebox. Hopefully something comes up. I'm thinking maybe like horror movies or horror series on Netflix. I know I haven't seen Penny Dreadful yet, which might be a good place to start, so perhaps Penny Dreadful for Fimble Famble Saucebox this week. I'm just not sure. In other news, Stream Shenanigans will be changing its time. I'm not sure to what yet, but I found that Saturday mornings just don't work for me. I don't get up like everything gets missed. So we're either doing it Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday afternoons. Saturday night is currently winning in the Twitter poll, but if you want to have a voice in when I do my streaming, then you should definitely go over to Twitter and vote in my poll for when you'd like to see Stream Shenanigans move to. There will be one tonight. I can't say, or there was one yesterday. I always forget about the timing of this. Anyway, golf with your friends, with MEK and Noah for sure. We're going to have a grand old time. It'll be fun. We're doing the haunted house level, so definitely tune in for that. Or already tune in. Watch it on my channel. I get so thrown off by this show. Speaking of streaming, there will of course be the 100 sub stream coming up. I now have 100 subscribers on the channel, which is super duper awesome. And I will be doing a very special stream to thank you all. Now, I put up a vote, sort of like tweet in your game of choice on Twitter. Nobody's really responded to that. So I kind of made an executive decision. I was just like, what's a game that every gamer should have played that I haven't? There's actually quite a few of them. So I decided for 100 sub stream, I am going to play Final Fantasy VII. Yes, I have never played it. Here's the thing, I have a PlayStation, but I just never got the game, and to be honest, I probably wouldn't have been allowed to play it even if I got it. So Final Fantasy VII is what I'll be streaming, so I will get up a time for that soon. I know it won't be next week. Actually, I won't be having Stream Shenanigans next week either, which is fine because we're still working on setting up a new time, but also because I will be at ziplining and also a lumberjack festival, which I'm curious to see what that's about. Anyway, Final Fantasy VII stream, definitely check it out. I will let you guys know whenever I figure out a time for that. Additionally, we have the 100 sub Q&A video coming up. So, I have one Q. I would like more. So, if you'd like to ask me questions, you can either leave them in the comments to this video, or you can tweet me on Twitter at JankShenanigans with the hashtag AskJanky. And then I will compile all the questions and answer them in a video just for you guys. Super exciting stuff. So if you have questions for me, just things that you're dying to know about me and what I do, definitely tweet me. Ask Janky. And that's all I have going on the channel. So it's time to move on to thanking my wonderful subscribers. We are now over 100, which is super exciting, which means that I am officially youtube.com/JankyShenanigans. It's awesome, it's amazing, it's wonderful. I'm very excited about it, and I have some people I need to thank. Here they are. First up, we have Lawrence Walls, who seems super duper cool. He has videos on just about everything. Some animations, there is some gaming in here. There's just lots of... It's very eclectic. It's very eclectic, but fun. He currently has 327 subscribers, which is awesome. So I would highly suggest checking him out. He seems like a super cool dude. And thank you so much, Lawrence Walls, for subscribing to my channel and becoming part of my 100 subscriber community. Thank you very much. Next up we have Warrior B, who does all sorts of fun Let's Play stuff. Got some Dead by Daylight. Ooh, looking for that. Some Ark, some Overwatch. Lots and lots of fun group stuff. Lots of fun group stuff. So, Warrior B, currently 34 subscribers. I am one of the subscribers. So, you should definitely check them out because that's super duper cool. 1 day a week, 5 videos every week. That's insane. 5 video uploads in 1 day. Good for you. Definitely check it out. And thank you so much, Warrior B, for subbing my channel. Next up, we have Spawn Master, who does all sorts of Minecraft. All sorts of Minecraft set to all sorts of fun music. So you should definitely check him out. He's got lots of cool stuff. If you like Minecraft, just like awesome. 34 subscribers on his channel, so definitely check him out if you get the chance. And thank you so much, Spawn Master, for subbing my channel. Next up, we have Nico Ami, who has lots of really cool Pokemon in his banner. Oh, they're so cute. So cute! And lots of Pokemon going on. But talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon, playing Pokemon games, doing all sorts of Pokemon stuff. All sorts of Pokemon stuff. Not to mention some other things here and there, some parody videos, just some general vlogging stuff. stuff like that. So definitely check them out if you get the chance. And Nico, thank you so much for subbing my channel. Next up, we have Spyro YouTube, who has, obviously, a fun little Spyro logo as their channel art. Well, as their logo. You know what I mean. Anyway, it's right there. You see it. They have one video up, a Pokemon Sapphire Let's Play, and a little intro video. Hopefully more will come. They currently have 4 subscribers on their channel, so if you get the chance, definitely check out Spyro, and of course, thank you, Spyro, for subbing my channel. Next up, we have Speaksy, an esports player. Currently has 101 subs on his channel, and he has 4 videos. The basics of, actually, I'm not sure what game that is. Call of Duty Black Ops, that's what it is. He has 4 little Call of Duty Black Ops videos. So, if you want to go check those out, they're quick, they're short, they're like less than 30 seconds, so they're just fun little things. Definitely check out Speaksy, and thank you so much, Speaksy, for subbing my channel. Next up, we have Seaman, who has 1 video up on his channel. It is a 30-second, also Call of Duty video. That's what it is, because he wants to be a pro Call of Duty player, which is super awesome. Yay! He has currently 6 subscribers on his channel, so check him out if you get the chance. And thank you so much, Seaman, for subbing my channel. And our last sub to thank of the day is Super Antlers, who is super duper cool. He's a super duper cool guy. And he has such an adorable little profile pic. It's just like a little anime dude with tiny little antlers and a tiny little nose. It's cute. He's got vlogs, he's got gaming top 10s, he's got Limbo playthrough. Oh gosh, that looks horrifying. And all sorts of stuff. He even has one of those Pikachu hoodie things. That's fun. Subscribe today and join the herd. I would love to name you guys some fun fan community thing, although Janky Shenanigans doesn't particularly lend itself to anything pleasant sounding. But I'm part of the herd and you should be too. So, Super Antlers, thank you so much for subbing the channel, and you guys should check them out if you get the chance. And that is all the subs we have for this week, so thank you all again for subbing the channel and getting us over 100. I appreciate it, and thank you so much for being a part of the community. It's so sweet and awesome and wonderful, and thank you all so much. Okay, I gotta take this scarf off or I'm about to get like heat stroke up in here. Okay, so we've thanked our subs, we've talked about the channel, which means it's time to move on to the last part of our show, gaming news! And there's so much going on this week. So much. First up, I'd like to talk about this fun story that I heard about, LiquidSky. So LiquidSky is an online streaming service like Netflix, but for video games. The service has been in private beta with 500,000 users, but they recently raised $4 million to help them improve the program. And they're being backed by Samsung, Sun Microsystems, and Time Warner Cable? I guess that shouldn't have really been a question. I mean, one of the guys backing it is an executive at Time Warner Cable, so I assume that Time Warner Cable is also backing the project. Anyway, there was a similar service a couple years back called OnLive, but they had a lot of issues, particularly that the games were super duper laggy whenever you tried to stream them, and also it was very costly. And the cost isn't awful. From what I could find, you basically have 2 ways of doing this. You have something called Sky Credits, which are about 50 cents, and they give you about an hour. For every Sky Credit, you get an hour of gameplay, and you have to make a minimum purchase of 10 Sky Credits. Or you can do a subscription-based service. You can pay $15 a month for 500 gigabytes of storage and 80 hours of gameplay. Or you can pay $40 a month for 1 terabyte of storage and unlimited playtime. So I guess it depends on how much you play, but you can go either way with it. But I'm excited to see if it'll work. Apparently, they use something called a Sky computer, which kind of seems like a virtual machine that runs on your laptop, but basically it can play a game through any common system, so like Steam or Battle.net or anything like that. It can run a game through that system, through Sky Computer, and then you can play it. So, I don't know, it'll just be interesting to see where this goes and if it works out. I mean, it's a really cool idea to be able to have like a streaming gaming service, especially because it's sort of like going to Family Video and renting a video game, if anybody still remembers what a Family Video is. I guess it's kind of like the next step up from, I guess, like GameFly, because, you know, GameFly, you can just rent stuff online, they'll send it to you, you can play it and then send it back. So I guess this is kind of like the next step up from that, but I'm just curious. So LiquidSky, definitely be looking out for that, and I will keep you updated if I happen to see anything on the way. PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator, because he can't say YouTube because that's copyright. So PewDiePie released a new app that I cannot show off because I'm currently recording on my phone. But basically, you become a YouTuber, like YouTube Life, but not YouTube Life. I mean, it's just, the game is just ridiculous. First of all, you start with a cardboard box for a desk. That's actually probably the least ridiculous thing about it. Not to mention that PewDiePie pops up quite frequently to make snarky comments at you about, like, how much you suck and how to improve your channel, and to talk about his pugs, which happens quite a bit. But you know, that's just PewDiePie. There's also something called a sponsorship eagle, which just kind of flies through your room every so often, and you can tap it, and then you like tap on the box it drops, and you can get like viewers and subscribers, and you pay for stuff with viewers, and or not viewers, but you pay for stuff with views, and then you gain subscribers, and then you can just buy random stuff to improve your office. Like, I have a cat. I have a cat in my office. I'd love to have a cat in real life, but I don't have one, so I just have a fake cat. A fake cat online. I don't know. Anyway, it's free, and you can buy in-game money. They have bucks, so you can buy bucks with actual money, and then I'm sure PewDiePie gets into that too. But it's a fun game, and I mean, you can still play it. It's still playable free. You don't actually have to throw money into it to play the game, and it's just sort of like a fun little diversion. It's just like a fun little diversion. And the YouTube video names are like ridiculous things. Butt hair, violin strings, man, bear, pig thing, epic rap battles between pugs. I don't know. It's all sorts of strange, odd things, but definitely check it out if you get the chance. I've been having a grand time with it, and you should too. So No Man's Sky is being investigated for false advertising. So most people that bought No Man's Sky definitely looked at it and they were like, look, this is not the game that you advertised on Steam. Like, this game looks so much better in the trailers and the pictures than it actually looks whenever you're playing it. So a group from the United Kingdom called the Advertising Standards Authority is investigating No Man's Sky for false advertising. It doesn't look like there's a lot they can actually do. They're allowed to issue sanctions, but they can't enforce them, and nothing that they issue is actually like legally binding. So it's sort of one of those things where it's more of a principles thing than anything. Because, you know, it's very... Because people have complained so much about the fact that in the pictures and trailers on Steam, No Man's Sky looks great. It looks amazing on paper, and then you bought it, and it wasn't the same game that you saw on there. So they're being investigated, and we'll see what comes of it. Maybe developers will learn, don't put up pictures that don't represent your game at all, because that's a terrible, terrible thing to do. We'll see if they learn the lesson. Anyway, that's one of the things happening in the world. The developers of Clustertruck have been trolling Twitch streamers. Basically, what's been happening is that Landfall has a Twitch account specific to them, right? And they've been going to streamers who've been streaming Clustertruck, and because the commands are coming from the Landfall channel, they're allowed to do things to the game while the streamer is playing it, like change the colors of the game, or speed up time, or just do things that, like, completely bug up the game, but in a fun, like, trolly way. So that's fun, and that's awesome, and that's a great way to show off how chat members can affect the streamer's streams. It's exciting, and there's a lot of stuff like that coming out, and it was just a really entertaining story, and it's really fun to watch. I've watched a couple of videos of, like, streams getting messed up. It's pretty great. It's pretty spectacular. So if you're interested in those sorts of games that have, like, some sort of, you know, community effect, is that what I want to say? Is that what I want to say? Like, the viewers can affect the game. If you like those sort of games, check out Clustertruck. It's coming. It's coming to Clustertruck. It really is hilarious. TwitchCon! So I would be remiss if I got through this week's Hanging with Janky without mentioning TwitchCon, which is happening this week in San Diego, I believe. Yes. And they're rolling out all sorts of new things. I'm just gonna kind of run down the keynote speech because there's so many things that they talked about, and of course lots of games like Clustertruck and other similar games that they're rolling out at Twitch, and there's so much to cover. I'm just gonna hit the high notes. Curse and Twitch. So, as you may know, Twitch recently bought Curse, which is perfectly fine because everybody just uses Discord anyway. But they're trying to make Curse more Twitchified, as they say. So they've added some updates, like you can change the background colors and stuff like that. I don't know, it all seems pretty cosmetic right now, but maybe they'll do more in the future. I don't know, most streamers that I know have Discord channels that they use. So that seems like a more effective thing. Obviously Discord's bigger, it probably would have been more expensive to buy Discord, but I feel like that's what most people use. But we'll see how it works out with Curse and Twitch. Hopefully they'll turn it into something really cool that people will really want to use. Loyalty badges. So this is for subscribers who are long-time subscribers of popular Twitch streamers. The longer you subscribe to a channel, the more perks you can get. And as a reward, you get a tiny little badge that goes next to your name. It says fun things about you, like how long you've been subbed. I don't know if it like gives you rewards. It might just be like a fun little badge, but still you get a fun little badge, so that's cool, right? Upload pre-made content. So apparently YouTube's live streaming service was an opening salvo in a war between Twitch and YouTube for the soul of gaming on the internet. Not really, but you can now upload pre-made content to Twitch. I guess it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't think it'll ever really overpower YouTube for pre-made content. Just like I don't think that YouTube live streaming will ever overpower Twitch as a live streaming service. But at the same time, you can now upload pre-made content to Twitch, which it's fun, I guess. It's another way for us to get our content out there. So that's always fun and cool and awesome and fun. So if you're a Twitch streamer and you'd like to make some pre-made content but you don't feel like putting it on YouTube, you can now put it on Twitch. Good stuff. And most importantly, we have Twitch Prime, which is actually going to be an entire talk all to itself right now. So Twitch Prime is a new feature on Amazon Prime. If you have a subscription to Amazon Prime already, you actually get Twitch Prime for free. I put that in quotations because nothing's ever really free, but you don't have to like pay more or add money to your current subscription to get Twitch Prime. It just happens. Anyway, Twitch Prime gives you all sorts of fun loot. You get free game loot every month. That includes possibly some new indie games or like new MOBA heroes, that sort of thing. You also get discounts on newly released box games. You get ad-free viewing on Twitch, and you get exclusive emotes and chat badges. But here's the two things that are real fun. First, you get one free channel subscription every 30 days. Now, I don't know if this means that you subscribe once and then Amazon will just keep paying for your subscription to that channel, or how exactly that works if you only get 1 month subscription and then you get another free subscription if you use it on the same channel again. I'm a little unclear as to how that works, but basically you get one free channel subscription a month to use however you feel like, and then Amazon just pays the Twitch streamer. So it's cool, it's awesome, it's wonderful. Then, if you're a Twitch streamer, this is really exciting, you get Streamline, which is the fun new game similar to Clustertruck, as I was talking about earlier, where your viewers can affect what happens in the game. They can change the environment, they can give you new weapons, they can change how you move or fight, or all this sort of stuff. It's sort of like a multiplayer game. I've watched people play it. I've watched my friend T-Clock play it over on Steam. He plays a ton of it. He was in like the beta test. He was in the early stages of Streamline. But yeah, it's a really cool game. I'm a little unclear if it's like one versus the rest of the people, or if they're like teams or whatever, or if everyone's sort of like out for themselves, free for all. But it's definitely a cool game. So if you get a chance, you can definitely check it out. And if you are now on Twitch Prime, you can get it for free as part of your Twitch Prime subscription. Awesome stuff. And rounding out the day, we have some interesting news from Battleborn, which may be going free to play. So, Battleborn, for those of you who do not know, was a game who came out around the same time as Overwatch, who was really compared to Overwatch in a lot of ways, even though they're not really the same game. I've actually heard people who play Battleborn are just like, they're not actually very similar at all. They both have sort of a cartoony style to them, but outside of that, they're not really anything alike. But Battleborn hasn't been doing too well. Unfortunately, Overwatch kind of overpowered Battleborn, but also Battleborn was more expensive than Overwatch. It was $60, whereas just regular Overwatch was $40. So it kind of lost out on that market too, especially because Overwatch had so much more hype than Battleborn did. So the devs of Battleborn are just kind of like, okay, well, what if we just make it free to play? The publishers, 2K, actually did something similar with another game that they had published, and it actually worked out really well. People really liked the game after it became free to play. So I guess the idea now is just kind of like, make it free to play, get some people interested in it, and then maybe they can add some like paid content to it again later. But I'll play it. I'll see what Battleborn's about. I've heard really good things, I just haven't had the money to buy it, really. So I'm very excited to see where this goes, and maybe I'll play some Battleborn, and then maybe people will get interested in it, and it'll be cool. So, Battleborn. Awesome stuff. And that's all I have this week for Hanging with Janky. So, I hope that you found the news intriguing, the sub thank yous sincere, and the channel updates helpful. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. If you liked what you saw today, you can hit that like button down below there, maybe. If you disliked it, you can hit the dislike button, that's fine. Comments, positive, negative, you can leave them all below. I read and respond to as many as I possibly can. Share, because sharing's nice. Subscribe if you want to, because subscribing is cool. That's how we grow a community, guys. And you can find me on Twitter at JankyShenanigans, Facebook at facebook.com/JankyShenanigans. But more than any of that, more than subs and social medias, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching, and thank you so much for watching. And until next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out.
I'm going to have to cut so much of this out.
Oh my god, we'll get there. Oh, that's gonna be a whole rant unto itself.
Oh look, a room full of explosives.
Oh, that got silly real fast.
Fiddlesticks is the worst.
What? Indeed. Yeah, that's my reaction too.
Thanks for stepping on my face. Here's the 3 gold. People here are weird. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.